Hey there, what's up? This is Neil Napier here, and I'm here with Abhi Dwivedi. I'm going to bring him on in just a minute, but I want to tell you something that he just shared with me before we jumped on this call. And I think it's an important one that you should pay attention to. Because over the last 2.5 years or so, I think it was November 23 when ChatGPT first came out. I know the first thing I did with that was try and write a blog article. And honestly, it sucked in the first iteration. And over time, it's gotten a lot better, but we still find ourselves in a place where it's a lot of work that we still need to do, even though AI is sitting there next to us, right? So here's what I mean. We still have to go type something to say ChatGPT or Claude, and then it goes, does something for us, and then we have to do it again, then it does something, have to do it again. It's a long-winded process, and honestly, I don't think it's effective enough yet until I saw what Abhi has been building, and we're going to show you that today. So Abhi, welcome to this interview. Thank you so much for being here, by the way.
Thank you for having me.
So I know when we met last month at one of the events as well, you were telling me about how you've been able to automate a bunch of things and they just happen in front of you. So can you tell me a bit more about what you've done and why you've done it?
Sure. Yeah. So see, when you look at the new AI in 2026, you look at Claude, you look at OpenClaw, you look at Hermes agents and all these different agents, and you give them a task, they do the task. They can create PDFs, they can create websites, they can do all these different things. But one thing that none of them are really good at, even Claude Code, is browsing the web, grabbing the information, filling the forms, messaging, grabbing data from groups, all that stuff. Like things that you manually do on the browser, on your web browser, on your Chrome, on your Safari, on your whatever browser that you use every single day. For example, let's say what are the things that I do? I wake up and I open JVZoo and all the different platforms I work with, and then I copy how much revenue I made it last day and put it on a sheet just so I can track how much money I made yesterday, right? A lot of people I know who are freelancers, they wake up, they go to the browser, they open Fiverr, they open Upwork, freelance, all these sites, and they say how many messages they've got, and they go and reply to each message, grab all the data, put in a sheet for their contractors or for their team to do. So there are a lot of these repetitive tasks. A lot of people go to Reddit to do some research about product or whatever, on Amazon, or just grabbing reviews about their business just to see what people are posting about their business on online and Google Maps, all that stuff. So there's a lot of things like these that you still do it manually. You can set up some automations, but sometimes these automations just don't work because browser blocks most of these AI agents because these are AI bots, and browser would be like, no, it has to be accessed by a real human. So what we did was we built an AI that lives in its own browser, has its own browser. So you give it a task, it will spin up its own version of Chrome. It will go to any website and literally do anything you tell it to do. Anything that you can do manually yourself on a web browser, BrowserAgent AI can do it for you without being detected as an AI bot or anything. It will just act like a normal human, move the cursor, go click, copy, drag, paste in our sheet. So you can literally tell it, can you go every day at 9 a.m. Eastern on Google Maps and find top 10 roofers in Orlando and get all their phone numbers, emails, and websites if they have any, and put it in a sheet. And in a Google Sheet, just add a note if they have a website, if they don't have a website, if they have a phone number, if they don't have a phone number. So it will just start doing that till the end of the time every day at 9 a.m. Eastern. And you can set it up to go to this Facebook group about, let's say, AI automation stuff, and tell it like every day go and grab the profile links, their names, and all these bio information about all the new members who have joined this group, and put it in a sheet. And then go and DM them this little message about my service.
So funny because that was going to be my next question to you because we have customers here who are watching this right now. They use Facebook, they use LinkedIn as well. And I know there have been a lot of automation tools in the past that even though they work via API, LinkedIn catches on to them and like even bans accounts straight up because they are going like, full muzzle. They're just basically going bam, bam, bam with messages. So do you have some sort of more organic behavior built in so it can?
It is an organic behavior. It is a very organic behavior because AI is literally moving the cursor, going to the profile, clicking on it, copy pasting the message. So sending one message takes about 20, 30 seconds, which if you do with like an AI automation or API is like instant, which is why most of the social networks ban it. But when browser agent does it, it's literally imitating you. It is
Hmm.
a slow version of a human formed AI. So, it does all of these things. It automates all these boring, tedious tasks for you and just helps you be more optimized in your business and helps you save more time and make more money with that saved time.
This is really interesting because I know that's something people have genuinely struggled with, to automate things that they already do day in, day out, but do so safely. And actually, when I say safely, it brings up an important point as well about security. Now, I know you said it spins up a separate browser. I think that also makes it secure. Like, could you speak on that?
Yeah. So browser agent doesn't really control your own web browser on your computer. What it does, like when you give it a task, it spins up its own version of Chrome in a secured server, and then it does all the work. Now, because of this, it does not have access to any of your social media or PayPal or Stripe or any sensitive information that you have on your computer because it's not accessing your computer. But for example, if you want to give it access to your LinkedIn, what you can do is you can create a LinkedIn profile inside the app, a browser profile called LinkedIn. You give it its credential. Those credentials are encrypted. Every time the browser is created, it logs into your LinkedIn, and the username and the password, even your email, is not shared by any AI. It's just encrypted and just spun up in the backend. So you can access any of the locked websites that you might have, any software, any social media, anything that you wanted to do. You can do it in a very, very secure and safe way.
That's very cool. What I'm going to do now, if it's okay, is I'm just going to put a demo so people can actually see how this functions from start to finish. So let's watch the demo together, and then I'll have some more questions for you.
Welcome to Browser Agents AI. In this short demonstration video, I'm going to show you how you can use AI to now control your browser and literally do anything and everything that you do on your web browser and get things done a lot faster. Now imagine if you go to a website, you browse websites, you create an account, you log in, you grab data, anything that you do manually, you use a software, you go here, you click this, you click that, you right click, you download, whatever you do, now AI can do it for you. All you have to do is give it instructions. So for example, browser agent AI, the AI can go to Google Map lead scraping, scrape businesses listed on Google Maps with contact details listing in hours. It can collect LinkedIn profile by job titles, industry, and location, extract member names and profiles from Facebook group, scrape property from Zillow, refine realtor.com, extract reviewers name and reviewers details from a Google business profile. It can analyze top Instagram posts for hashtags and find related trending hashtags, like and reply to recent tweets about a topic, use a caption, and respect platform limits. It can extract listings from Craigslist by category, city, and search them, extract hotels or restaurants from TripAdvisor. Tons of things that you can imagine. It can track Google keyword ranking for your website. It can visit any lead website and draft personalized cold email. It can send personalized LinkedIn connection requests. It can do social media. It can create and post content for you. It can audit title tags, check broken links, do eBay complete comparison of the product, Shopify product comparison, and catalog scraper, analyzing Amazon product reviews, Amazon trending products finder, anything and everything that you can think of, it can do. Now, here's how Browser Agent AI works. There are three things that you see on your dashboard: run a new mission, view all mission, and manage browser profiles. So let me first explain you what a mission is. A mission essentially is the task that you give the browser or the AI, browser AI, to do. So we go to mission and you click on create mission to create mission, or you could go to templates and pick from hundreds of pre-made job task missions that we have created that you can just use. So for example, we want to use one of the missions here. So let's go with the first one, the Google Map lead scraper. So it does Google Map lead scraper. Go to Google Map and search for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace business type to roofers in Orlando for each of the first 10 results. Collect business name, phone number, website, all these details. Save all results in a structured table. Now you can give it more tasks like save all the results on a Google Sheet then analyze them and do this and that. So you can add more to it, but this is like a template, right? There's the URL where Google Maps is going to be. Now browser profile, essentially profile means you can add your login credentials. For example, if you're doing a Twitter task, you need the AI to log into a Twitter account. So you can create a profile with a username and password of Twitter account that the AI can use. And the output can be CSV or text, whatever you want. Now you can either run this mission right now, or you could schedule it to run daily, once, or weekly at a specific time and notify you when the task is completed, or if there's an error, or notify you by email. We want to run it right now, so I'm going to click on run mission now. Now this is what's going to happen. The AI will start computing and start running the mission for you, the task for you. And when it uses the browser, you'll be able to see that it's using the browser in the background here. Now, the way it uses browser is BrowserAgent AI has its own Chrome browser. So it's not using your desktop browser. So you are fully safe and secure. Like, it's not gonna touch anything on your browser. It has its own browser in its own environment. And as you can see, AI is doing all of that. It went to Roofers in Orlando. It found all of that. You can see all the commands that's running on the right hand side here, and then all the data that's collected will show up here. Now it's going to take a couple of minutes for it to do all the work and browse everything, and then once it's done, you can of course go back and replay this entire process where you see the browser going in and doing all the work and everything, and watch it live do all of that. And as you can see, the results are up here, and then you can see all these results saved in the results tab here as well, where you can just download them as the CSV file. As you select it says completed, you can download them. All the data is here. Now same way you can run all these missions and it will do all of this. Now if you want to do something special that is not part of the template, you can just go to create mission, give it a name, my custom mission, and literally just describe what you wanted to go, like what you wanted to do, like go to AI calling software, and then you give it the URL, and then you create a profile. I'll show you how to do a profile. So you create a profile where you give it the login to AI calling software username and password, and you select that and you give it the login URL, and then you go to AI calling software and create a new outbound campaign by learning the software and setting up the AI calling agent. So it will just go out and do all of that, and you don't need to, it doesn't matter what you select here, because you can just like keep it text and you can schedule it at a specific time and all that stuff. So a lot of things you can do. Now we also have something called Mission Builder. What Mission Builder essentially does is you can daisy chain. Let me just show you how it works. You can daisy chain multiple missions into one. So you can take one of the missions that is a email extractor, describe it, add it to the chain. Then you can add another based on if condition, and you can add that as well. So like you go into templates and you'll be like, okay, I want you to run the Google scraper first, and then want you to run LinkedIn's profile scraper. And then once you've done both of those, do an Instagram hashtag research, and then do a cold email approach one where you write personalized cold email approach. And then next one you go do a SERP position tracking, and then send all that email to me. So you create like this custom mission where you can mix match multiple missions, and based on results you can add if and else conditions as well. So you can go if and else branches as well. If the scraping is successful, do this. If the scraping is unsuccessful, do this. If you find more than 10 clients, do this. If you find less than 10 clients, do that. So you can do multiple of those chains. You can save the chain and run the chain as well. And this is where you create your browser profile. So it's very simple. You click on add profile, you give it the name of the profile, the URL of the profile, the username and password. So like facebook.com, Facebook, your username and password here. It's saved, it's encrypted, so it's not shared by anybody, not even the browser or us can access the data, because it's encrypted by AES 256 encryption. And only when the browser accesses that profile, it automatically gets access to it without even AI accessing the username password, because it's all done in the background. Now, once your mission's completed, you can go here and you can view the mission, duplicate it, export it, rerun it, or delete it. If you want to do that, you can do all of these things. So this is how Browser Agent AI works. Super easy, super powerful, and it is one of the easiest way to get work done. Like, instead of you sitting and browsing website and doing all the research and manually posting content and writing content and stuff like that, you can now have browser do all of that. It can submit data, it can fill web forms in bulk, it can submit government public record, it can search government public record, it could do bulk directory submission, Google Search Console data viewing, sitemap extractors, lot of things. Anything and everything that you can do manually on the Browser Agent AI will do it for you on automation on a regular basis if you want. And you get access to tons of these ready-made templates. And of course, you can create your own mission, and then you can also create daisy chain missions based on if and else. Like, if you want to build mission A that does this result, then do mission B, else do mission C, and things like that. So that's how Browser Agent AI works. Super easy to use, super easy to get things done. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our support team. We'll be happy to help you. Cheers.
Okay, great. So the demo is finished, but actually while I was watching this, I had a thought as well, because a lot of stuff that I do, it's not really one input, one output. Because if I get one input, one output, I want that output to be used as input for another task. Do you know what I mean? Like, to actually have things work one after the other. Do you have a feature like that?
Yeah, so one of our upgrade feature is called Chain Builder Pro. So in Chain Builder Pro, what you can do is you can take these missions, as I showed in the demo, and you can chain multiple of these missions together. So you can have it go to Reddit and look for what people are talking about your business. Then based on that, you can go to Google Map and find more reviews or new reviews about your business. And then based on all that information, it can spun up like a blog post and post it on your blog, and then it can, go and message people to go read that blog post. Whatever chain that you want to create, it can daisy chain bunch of these missions together and just do that. And then you can set it up on a schedule, so it does it like all the time for you.
I like that, because in marketing, it's never really just make a blog post, right? Because if you do that, it doesn't really work. You have to chain things together. So a blog post can compound and get you results. So it can do that with that upgrade. So that's good.
Yeah, 100%, yes.
But I know, I mean, look, we talk about upgrades, but I think one thing you and I do, and one thing a lot of people do these days, is like a bundle deal. So I want to talk about the webinar that you're running. I believe it's on 30th of June at 10 a.m. Eastern. So what I'm going to do, by the way, is I'm going to put a link to the webinar invite. But once the webinar invite passes, then you can go ahead and check out the offer. It might be higher priced when you watch later. So if you're watching this before the webinars happen, make sure you sign up and attend that live. But Abhi, what are you planning to cover on that webinar?
Right, so we're doing the live reveal on 30th June, 10 a.m. Eastern. It's going to be a live webinar. We're going to be doing a couple of case studies, how we have been using this in our business, how our beta users have been using it. And when you sign up for the webinar, the first thing that's going to happen instantly, you're going to get access to a Browser AI calculator app. It's an interactive app that literally shows you how much money you can make and how much money you can save using Browser Agent. So it will give you like a bird's eye view of how useful and how powerful this tool is going to be for your business. You're going to get access to that app instantly as soon as you sign up for the webinar right now. And for all the live attendees, we're going to do two things other than the case study and the training. We're going to do a 5 license giveaway for all the live attendees. And we're going to have an incredible bundle deal for all the live attendees and a special coupon for just the live attendees to get additional discount on that. Now, in the bundle, we'll include the premium, the main app. We're going to include the Chain Builder Pro that we talked about.
Yeah.
We're going to include the agency option, where you can use this as an enterprise for your agency, sell this as a package, sell the missions, sell the task as a package. And then we're going to also include the unlimited ghost, which lets you use it as much as you want. You don't need API keys. You don't need credit system, nothing. You log in, you click, you start using it, nothing holding you back.
Nice. And personally for me, I think the Chain Builder thing is the best one. I know the people would want unlimited as well, but Chain Builder is best because that basically makes complex tasks straightforward. So I'd encourage everyone who's watching this to go join the webinar and go get the bundle deal, because Abhi does amazing bundle deals. I think you're going to get a lot of value out of that. So that's, again, as a reminder, 30th of June, 10 a.m. Eastern. If you do miss that time for some reason, if you're watching that later, you can still use the link below and you can go watch the replay of it. You can go ahead and see the deal and still get a discounted offer afterwards. But Abhi, this is incredible. I mean, I've been impressed by the demo. I've been impressed by what it can do. I think this is, I want to say this is long time coming, because it's been a problem since forever for all of us. Because again, AI did make things easy, but not easy enough. And I think this is really going to make it stupidly simple for everyone. So appreciate you making this. I'm going to make sure people come join that webinar live. And is there anything else you'd like to add before we wrap this up?
I mean, I would definitely recommend attending the webinar live if you can, if the time works for you, because some of the case studies, some of the use cases that we're going to show and the demo that we're going to do is incredible. Even if you don't pick up the BrowserAgent AI product, you will learn some incredible use cases of AI and how it can benefit your business and help you grow.
That's good. And I'm going to also add some bonuses for my customers who get it from this link to make sure they get incredible value. I mean, again, the package itself is awesome, but as you know, we always sweeten the deal for our customers. So I will do that. But thank you so much for being here, Abhi, and I'll see you another time.
Cheers. Thank you for having me.